The AD-9 conspiracy entangled the ADDC's director Kido, the same man who had unveiled it to the world. An unfinished drug that exacted human sacrifice. Yagami believed he had finally found definitive proof. But even that was swallowed by the darkness. All for the greater good of a drug that would save humanity.
You look worse than I was expecting. I hear Kuroiwa paid you a visit.
Yep. Just him and that baton he's got. Beat the shit out of us.
He took Kido, too. How'd things go with your stuff?
We found Shono's lab, but the police are basically refusing to investigate it.
Why?
Chief Prosecutor Morita's defending 89.
You for real?
Whatever evidence was there is probably long gone by now.
Yagami-san.
Right. There's something else I need to tell you, too.
What is it? This have something to do with Sugiura?
Yeah, that's not actually his name.
Huh? So you're Emi Terasawa's little brother, huh?
Why'd you keep it a secret?
At first, I wanted to make Yagami-san remember.
Remember what?
How he let my sister suffer. In my eyes, he was a scumbag who let a murderer walk. The murderer who then burned Emi to death.
Damn, that's heavy.
Go on. You don't have to hold back.
Back then, I was just a shut-in fuck-up. My life was in shambles. Emi was still there for me, though, when nobody else was. And then, somebody murdered her. Someone as nice as Emi. Dead for no reason. But the world doesn't stop for that shit. It just keeps turning, and people go about their business. Over time, I started to hate what our whole society stood for.
So, I'm guessing that's what led you to start that burglary ring?
Pretty much. At the very least, I didn't want to keep living my life for other people. You know, when Emi died, Yagami-san didn't apologize. Not to me, or to my parents.
So that's when you guys first met, huh?
Yup. We looked totally different back then, though. Had glasses and long hair, so couldn't really see my face.
That's why I didn't recognize you. Defending a murderer, you're just as guilty as he is. Those words cut deeper than you probably could have imagined. Even so, Okubo insisted he didn't do it. Since I was his lawyer, I couldn't apologize. That would essentially be admitting he was guilty.
What about after the trial?
I didn't apologize then, either. Instead, I ran away, put it all behind me.
Right. You didn't just walk away. You practically got disbarred. At least Okubo was getting the death penalty. Didn't feel good, but I settled for that.
Then why'd you start hanging around talk again?
Because he found his way back to the courtroom to deal with all this mole business. Even got a Yakuza captain off the hook.
It's not like I suddenly just became a lawyer again.
Sure seemed that way from my perspective. So, I wanted to see where your head was at. Find out if you'd forgotten what you did to Emmy. If you were gonna pretend like nothing happened, I'd make you remember. And I'd make you pay for it.
And that's why you approached me.
Yep. I wanted to know what Okubo was up to, too. Find out if he was as afraid of death as he should have been. If anyone was gonna go see him, it was you.
But now, it's looking more and more likely Okubo was framed.
And I never would have known if I hadn't teamed up with you. Ironic, huh? Three years later, the real killer's finally clear. And now it turns out, Shono, he's the one leading the charge to cure Alzheimer's. He gets to go down in history as a hero? For what? Stabbing my sister to death? Burning her body?
Don't worry. Everyone will see him for who he really is once the truth gets out.
You weren't there today. The whole fucking system is protecting him. They bent the truth, suppressed evidence right in front of me. What's the point of fighting that kind of battle, huh? It's bullshit! You saw it too, right, Yagami-san? Right?
Look, Sugiura. Ever since Emi-chan died, I've been running away from the truth. I was worried. Worried I wasn't gonna like what I found, that maybe I was responsible for her death. It was killing me. I couldn't bring myself to face it all.
Talk.
If you ask me, everyone has something they're trying to hide from themselves. But sometimes facing your fears is the only way forward. The real reason you came to me is because deep down, you wanted to know the truth. That sound about right? If that's still true, we have our work cut out for us. We're gonna chase the truth as far as we can, even if it's in vain.
Yeah, but all our paths are blocked.
Who the hell cares? We'll blaze our own path then. Right, Talk?
Yeah.
You guys are out of your goddamn minds.
It's Mafuyu. What's up, Mafuyu?
I need to speak with you about Morita.
Wait, you're still here in town?
Yes. I'm waiting at Tender. Do you think you could come meet me here? I think I'm being followed.
What?
It felt like someone was watching me all the way to the bar. I don't believe I'm imagining it.
More of those bums the Ministry of Health hired?
Or maybe one of the chief prosecutor's men.
All right, I'll be right over.
Thank you.
I'm coming with. Higashi, keep an eye on Sugiura while we're gone.
Huh? Why do... Fine.
Dude, I don't see why that would be an issue. You're not gonna go meet someone who's potentially tailing somebody else. Who works with the police and may be an assassin.
Thanks for coming. How did it look outside? Did you see anyone suspicious?
Not particularly. Seemed fine to me.
Mind if I sit?
What happened to your face?
What? This? It's nothing.
You said you wanted to talk to me about Morita?
Yes. Specifically about how he acted tonight. It's hard to imagine the Morita I know doing that. It's almost like he's a different person. Almost like he cared more about politics than the law.
Not surprising. He's right in the middle of this 89 mess.
Thing is, Morita is the reason I decided to become a prosecutor. When my mother was killed in a hit and run, he was there to give me courage, show me a way forward.
I've heard.
That said, as for why he has an interest in protecting 89, I might have an idea. About 10 years ago, something happened to his family. Perhaps that's what changed him, made him look the other way on this.
What happened?
Hold on. I'm not entirely sure my theory is correct. It wouldn't be fair if I misrepresented the facts. However, I just spoke to a former police detective who handled that case. I'm about to get the case file from him.
Where?
We're meeting at the children's park. But it felt like I was being followed, so I didn't want to go alone.
So, that's our job here? We're your bodyguards?
Yes, at least that was the plan. But seeing what already happened to you...
You think a couple of scratches are gonna slow me down? We'll do it. Right, Doc?
If you let us see the case file, what do you say to that?
Of course.
It's a deal then. We'll be your escorts.
Oof, that's cold. Extorting the poor girl? Guess chivalry's dead, Mafuyu-chan.
Thanks, Kim. I totally want to deal with these guys right now. You know what? In fact, before we go help Mafuyu, what do you say we go get a massage and have something to eat?
I thought you were going to say pinball. And I'm getting pretty desperate, considering this whole quarantine shit.
Pinball parlor is never worth it, man. Don't do it.
Yeah, not even one. It's okay, I got all the Steam cards I could out of that game. I'm the real winner here.
Did those even sell for much?
I can't remember. Oh, great.
Yeah.
I feel like since this is the second time, we can drop the innuendos.
But, butt's not an option. Glutes.
No, no, those are glutes.
No, but come on. Everybody calls them butts. Somehow I feel like Yagami should have had one of those, like, rubber paddles or whatever to, like, chomp down on.
Yeah, something to bite down on, because her technique probably needs a lot of work.
Do you think she does it through the pants, or...
Yes. Absolutely.
I wonder if that makes it hurt more or less. Like, that's probably why she's not accurate at all.
Almost certainly, honestly. But hey, it seems to be working a little.
Yagami dresses really quickly.
I mean, it's a white t-shirt and a leather jacket. That can't be too hard to put on.
You make it sound like if you put on a green shirt and red jacket, it'd be like completely impossible.
Well, yeah, that takes a lot of effort.
So she's gonna like walk out, and 2 minutes later we're gonna call her again, right?
I tried.
And, but she said this was the last act.
Well, I mean, you still have the premium adventure after the credits. But yeah, she really is not available at this time. And we could take on a job now, but Mafuyu probably needs a little or escort now.
Are you ready? The detective is waiting for us.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you. Well, do you see anyone?
Not yet.
There. Guess you were right on the money, Mafuyu-chan.
Looks like they want to fight, too.
Yep. Those aren't let's chat over some coffee faces.
So what, are they gonna follow us the whole way like that?
What should we do?
You back off a bit. We'll take care of them.
Let's go, Kaito-san.
You've got this!
Mafuyu! Not happy!
Thank you, Yagami-kun. Keep going!
Hell yeah!
What? No love for me, Mafuyu-chan?
Hang in there too, Kaito-san!
Now we're talking! Alright. Mafuyu-chan's watching, so let's not screw this up!
Hang in there, Yagami!
So, for this battle, we have to play escort for Mafuyu, which means, yeah, we gotta protect her. But since she's here and cheering us on, every so often she'll give us a free health boost or a meter boost. It's not nothing.
So since Kaito seems to only do better when a lady is encouraging him, does that make Kaito a himbo?
Never considered it that way. So yeah, make sure Mafuyu doesn't get too hurt or hurt at all. Which honestly shouldn't be too hard.
Well, unless they haven't upgraded that part of their character.
Details.
I mean, maybe there's someone opposite of you where, like, they only upgraded all of the tailing stuff, but none of the combat.
Don't give me ideas for challenge runs.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's an Iron Man mode thing.
Oh man, look at that. That was a full heal. Who needs to chug whiskey when you got Mafuyu cheering you on?
I can't believe Mr. Shakedown is such a whip in this game.
Well, I mean, this one hasn't done his universal training yet.
Gotta be what it is.
Eventually he'll probably go meet up with King Kai to do some like otherworldly training too.
Do you think Mr. Shakedown should appear in one of the Dragon Ball Z games? Just like the bodyguard or counterpart to Mr. Satan?
You know, that could be kind of fun, actually.
Make it happen, guys. Put me as a credit.
Man, you just want to be in the credits for everything, don't you?
Look, I'm just saying it'd be cool. And also, like, the least you can do if you're gonna steal my ideas. You know, I'll take a special thanks if fucking people's pets get those.
This way!
Damn it!
That would be pretty impressive, though. But hey, the game tells you, or hints at some weapons for you to use, so you know what? Let's use some nunchucks.
Nunchaku?
Sorry, nunchaku.
Yeah, you're in the country itself.
There's a tonfa here too if you want to play around with that, and I forgot what the other one was.
Looks like just a pipe. Yeah.
Yeah, let's take the pipe. That sounds fun.
Okay, to get that bend out of it, that guy should be dead. His soul should be dead.
I'm pretty sure I fractured his soul into like 7 pieces.
Really, that's just how the Dragon Ball is formed.
Or Shenron. Ow. Well, let's take this traffic cone with us. Alright, we're coming up on the end of this little gauntlet. As we approach the Smile Burger, these 2 big guys show up, and then we got more dudes behind us.
I'm gonna start planting bombs on people.
I think I want to see how long I could go without doing that for this gauntlet.
Ooh.
I forgot I had this available, actually.
Honestly, the fact that that's not like an immediately just like an auto kill disappoints me.
It should be, because I'm pretty sure I just fucked up his eyesight for at least a week. But yeah, I forget if I've shown it off or not. I probably have, but yeah, sometimes making friends with the shopkeepers can give you bonus EX moves. Actually, I seem to remember putting some hot food into, like piping hot food in some dude's mask, like over on Showa Street. But yeah, we take care of this wave and we're done.
This is the place. He should already be here.
You said he's an ex-detective, right?
Yes.
Let's hit it.
Uzawa-san, yes?
Yep, that's me.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh. You're the detective from before.
Oh shit, Yagami.
You used to be on the force? How'd you end up so scruffy?
I gotta ask you the same thing.
You two know each other?
Why'd you bring these chowderheads along?
Yagami-kun, he's sort of my boyfriend.
What? Since when?
It's not like that.
Then why are you blushing?
It's comedy hour over here.
So, what do we have on the case?
10 years ago, Chief Prosecutor Morita's older brother strangled their mom to death.
But why?
A caretaker murder.
Their mother was over 70 at the time, afflicted with a severe case of Alzheimer's.
And they were taking care of her.
Yeah. It's hard to say what a dementia patient will do if you take your eye off them, even for a second. She apparently used to leave the stove on after she cooked, or wander out in the middle of the night. None of the homes had any openings for her either. Ultimately, Morita's brother took care of their mom by himself.
Seems he put the burden entirely on his own back. He quit his job and moved in with their mother, all to ensure Morita was free to do his duty as chief prosecutor. He barely took breaks, barely slept, for 7 whole years before the incident.
All he got from his mother in return was abuse. Verbal and sometimes physical.
The hell'd she do that for?
It's a side effect of dementia, though not all patients exhibit it. Some cases can be suppressed, but it doesn't always work out.
At the time of the incident, Morita's brother was in the midst of a serious mental breakdown. If I had to guess, he'd probably been about to break for months.
And the result is him murdering his own mother. Whatever became of him after all that?
Well, not long afterward, he tried to hang himself and failed. So they suspended his sentence until he was more stable.
And where is he now?
It says here he died a year later, by his own hand.
Dude.
After everything his brother did, Morita was removed from the spotlight for a while. But it seems that's all in the past now. Everyone recognizes him as an unquestionable leader on the force.
So then, Morita blames Alzheimer's for all the suffering his family faced.
Most likely, yes.
The tragedy could have been prevented if only 89 had existed at the time. And once it does, who knows how many situations just like it could be avoided.
With a tragedy like that, no wonder he's defending it.
He's sure as hell not in it for the cash. Not for reputation either. Guy's just doing what he thinks needs to be done.
I suppose I can understand that.
Huh? You can?
Huh?
You think that excuses everything that monster has done? He framed Ayabe, turned a blind eye to Emi-chan's murder, left Okubo-kun out in the cold. All because this fucking drug needs to get fast-tracked? How can you begin to think that's right? How? If Morita can decide what needs to be done, then so can we. I'm gonna protect every last person they've trampled. I'm gonna get revenge for Emi-chan.
Interesting.
What is?
Oh, it's just, really obvious he used to be a lawyer.
Used to? I've still got my badge.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, lay off the gambling, yeah? You lose more than you win.
Whatever you say.
Yagami-kun, I think it'd be best if you hold on to these files.
Yo, talk. Make sure she gets home safe, would you?